Hey, here we are. It's the Home Movies Show.
I love home movies.
It should have been called the Home Movies Show.
This is Photo.
Yeah, it's an episode called Photo.
Photo.
And we do have a lot of elaborate hair in this episode.
Gorgeous hair. Yeah. That is gorgeous hair.
Yeah. That's a
every day. This is the Amelie spin-off.
No, I'm gonna disagree with you. This is when Jason goes through Charles Bukowski phase, and his character starts to think he's seeing all these,
Who said that?
Starts thinking he's seeing people.
I think you're wrong.
Yeah, I think I'm right. Actually, I believe.
Yeah.
I think I know what I'm talking about. It's really funny. Did you ever watch home movies when it was on TV?
I just watched it the other night.
You did?
Couldn't stand it.
Yeah. I don't mind. I don't blame you.
Insufferable.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's tough to watch.
Yeah. Really.
I finally know what people are talking about now. You just want to flip past it.
Yeah. Slow, weird scene ending, weird. Non-joke endings.
Yeah, not really any jokes. Yeah. Not really any humor.
Yeah.
It's just talking. It's just boring talking.
Yeah, about kids.
Yeah. And it's for babies, yeah. It's designed for babies.
Yeah.
And babies hate it.
Oh, yeah. We were bottom of the...
Do you remember when we Focus Baby tested this?
Yes, I do.
And the babies were just like, their first words were, "This is the worst TV show I've ever seen."
Yep.
Yeah.
We got some of the harshest criticism from the babies, but also some of the most insightful.
But the cutest babies you will have ever seen.
Oh, they were adorable.
Yeah.
Do you remember, by the way, speaking of this, do you remember when we first got canceled off UPN and we were kind of catching I guess, it was sort of, at that point, we were 5 episodes and out, so by all, I guess, any measure, we were a failure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And do you remember there were voices in the mix that were like, there's too many kids, it's too much about kids, it's not, it wasn't funny. There was like all this, I thought a real unfortunate kind of piling on at that point.
Was this, internal?
Yeah, it was kind of internal.
Okay,
not internal on the crew.
I don't think I was there, but I think you were put on the spot in a way.
Yeah, I guess that's right.
I think I remember something like that. To be vague about it,
yes,
but
there was a little bit of a firing squad.
And there was, they were like, "It's a failure." Oh, it's so great.
Yeah.
Oh well. Yeah. What do you do?
There was like, there was like a little a lessons learned meeting, and I thought, oh yeah, good, let's have a lessons learned meeting, and the lessons learned.
Is that what a TV show with kids was? Okay, so do you remember what they said?
That was the one I heard that I remember most. That there was too much about the kids.
Okay, yeah.
And I feel like that it's not to say that opinion is wrong. I mean, everyone's right. In this business, I guess you could say it's pretty subjective.
I think any TV show, why it works or doesn't work is.
It's totally up to you.
It does not make any. It doesn't make. You could say anything of why a show works and why a show does not work.
You could have several different people with different opinions, and they could all be right.
Sure.
Yep.
Whatever.
Yep.
I think
I remember
leave this. Yeah, leave that to the network execs who think they know why a show is functioning or dropping viewers.
All right, they have the worst job because they have to come up with a reason.
Yeah, I do believe that this is one reason that whether or not people want to see a show where kids are talking and behaving, somewhat maturely.
Yeah,
it's just this show's tough to market,
Yeah, that's right. Because by definition, everyone assumes that it's for kids, and so you have this fundamental disconnect right at the beginning, where you're like, no, it's about kids. It's for adults.
Yeah. It's tough. I mean, you really have to, really sell that angle, and no one really did. In fact, there was no selling of any angle at all for this show.
Except for in the UPN days when they tried to market Jason and having boogers.
Right. No. People could even people that hate the show kind of say, yeah, the coach is kind of funny.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the kid's kind of funny. Yeah. The one kid that's not on the face. That I understand. My dog is in here, by the way.
Yeah, that was him.
My dog Ernie is kind of walking. Yes, Ernie. Yes, you, pal. Oh, he's coming up on my lap.
Cable. A little nervous, but he's all right.
Yeah, he's okay.
Yeah.
We took off his collar because that's him licking me.
Because he's naked.
Yeah.
He likes to be naked.
That's dog licking, lapping sound. But he's kind of a good boy. He doesn't like home movies. I almost like hearing more stories where people hate this show. I think it's funnier.
Yeah, it is kind of fun.
Universally more funny to have a show that is hated by people.
Yeah.
I mean, I really feel like when people like it, I'm like, that's really, really nice, and that that you acknowledge the show. But I don't know. I'd rather be a part of a show that's just universally not understood.
Yeah, I don't know that I'd rather, but it's true that I collect those stories.
Okay, let's say this: it's funnier.
Yeah,
it's funnier to have people hate the show.
Yes, when somebody like, let's say, for example, in your family or in your family to be, your in-laws, and somebody says,
"Yes,
what is this?"
They will hopefully never listen to this, right?
No, never. And I don't mind. Even if they do, I always. I absolutely grant anyone the right to not like this show.
Sure, of
I
course.
do believe that there is something that kind of like along the lines of sushi or like snails or something.
Right,
it's a weird acquired taste, and I think 99% of people will not like it, even if exposed to multiple episodes.
Yeah. My my kind of favorite compliment, and I may have said this before, is that the people that go like, "Hey, I love home movies. I had to watch it like 5 or 6 times, and each one of those 5 to 6 times I hated it.
Yeah,
the same amount of hatred for all those.
Yes,
and then some kind of weird punishment, like whatever, like how they get people to talk, and like torture devices. It's like eventually you're won over by anything.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah,
it's true. If you watch any show, I wonder if they could do a scientific test on that.
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter how good or bad the show is. If you watch the show 5 times,
you like it. Yeah.
Whether or not you like it, you're part of the show. It's part of your life or something. Right. It actually gets sucked into your head somehow. And no, it's like
it's true. It's like Will and Grace or something. You just
It's not my cup of tea, but I'm starting to
laughing.
You start seeing them as like actual human beings or whatever, and that like have a life.
Yeah.
And it's on TV, so therefore, why not watch it?
Yep. And somebody went through the trouble to make a script and
perform
that joke.
Yeah, you may as well watch it. No, but I believe that that's true of any show. I think you could watch Living Single. Honestly, I think you can watch it, and whether or not it's bad or good, you would find yourself
5 times.
Boom! It's part of your life.
Yeah.
No, seriously, it's part of your life.
Yeah, it's part of your brain.
Yeah, no, I mean, you think about those things when you leave the house and go to your job or go to Starbucks and get a coffee. You start thinking about what that lady said on Living Single. Whether or not it's real, there are humans involved, and there's some kind of connection.
Yeah.
And it's part of your brain and in your thought process now.
That's right.
I think about that. I mean, the things that I think about are the things that I actually enjoy, like movies that I liked or whatever, and lines that get stuck in my head or whatever. But bad TV, like if you're forced to watch something, like you had a roommate.
Yeah, right.
Like whether or not I like Pink Floyd, I sure listened to a lot of them because friends of mine had their CDs, and it turned out that I liked them. And I can't tell if that's because I actually liked them or it's because I had listened to a lot of them.
Yep. That's funny.
Yeah. The thing, liking something, not to belabor this, but liking something and having it be thrust in front of you constantly are the exact same thing. I will go as far as to say that.
Yeah, I like that. It's funny. Holly, my fiance, has at times said that she's the biggest fan. She's the home movie's biggest fan.
Right.
And I always, for some reason, get argumentative, and I say, you're not even close to the biggest fan.
Right.
Just for the record, Holly, like you don't even know like the names of some major characters. I haven't seen probably a fraction of the episodes. I mean, there are people out there who are way bigger fans than you.
Oh, yeah.
And she's always like, first of all, she just doesn't think that's funny that I argue with that point. She's just trying to say something nice.
She's simply trying to support you, and all you're doing is...
But
right.
I like your theory that what she really means is the thing has been in front of her face for so many years.
That's exactly what a fan would have done. So therefore, whether or not you like it, it's thrust in your face. It's the exact same thing.
Exactly.
Right.
It supports your point. I really like it. I think that's interesting, and that maybe
I think
now we have a challenge.
Success of TV is that.
Yeah,
and I think it's the same with music too. Like as far as like a song being played on the radio.
Yeah. That's right.
No, but people...
5 times. It's in your brain.
Oh, absolutely. Same with, okay, so I think that's same. So I actually read this somewhere that because a song is quote unquote popular, it makes it more so, right?
Yeah.
So if a band is being universally accepted, it makes it. If you saying that it's being universally accepted, therefore it is, and then therefore people who don't like to not be part of whatever it is, that's kind of like the main thing of what people like. It makes sense. Rewind it.
Yeah.
Words escape me. I'm like my dog. Ernie, they say dogs have a 100-word vocabulary.
Really?
Well, at least they can understand 100 words. I know 100 words and misuse them all to mean other things. And you know that.
That just means you're a trooper.
That just means that I keep it simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You only need 100 words.
Yeah, I only need 100 words.
But I want to just close the loop on that thought, because now
Yes, go ahead.
Maybe we have an action. Maybe this is the takeaway from that conversation.
Go ahead.
If you don't like home movies, like say you're watching this right now,
Watch it 5 times.
Yeah, just get to 5 and see if you don't still not like it.
Yeah, and whether or not you like it or not, you will have become a fan.
Right.
By our logic, right?
That's right.
Okay, good.
Okay.
So,
wow.
Wow, that's a big one.
That was huge.
I'm gonna have to take a nap after that one.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
But this is a funny episode.
Oh yeah,
it's all coming back to me.
The show is very funny, right?
Some great physical gags in this is coming up right here with you and Sam Cedar
as the grandfather, whose voice I think changed drastically from
within the episode.
No, I mean probably, but also from the first take of Sam Cedar as the grandfather.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, completely different character.
Right, because also, like, we changed the voice from Paula, who did the grandmother.
That's right.
In the first one, to Jen Kirkman, who did the grandmother in a different one. So we just didn't care about things, about consistency. And
sometimes we did, a lot. And other times we were perfectly willing to give ourselves license to change stuff.
Yeah, but like going through the trouble of playing back some audio to someone and going like, "Here's what you sound like."
It's very hard to do that.
That's just like
technically just
I have to go and find it. I have to or tell somebody to go and
open up a different session.
No, that's not going to happen. No. So we'll probably do our own impressions of what they sounded like to the person.
Yes,
that is supposed to be voicing the character.
That's right. And if
we're wrong, then the show's going to suck. Yeah.
Right. So this is probably Sam doing me doing Sam.
Right, exactly.
However, very funny scene. I remember all of us laughing very hard, both on recording day and as this scene came together.
No, this is about punching him, right?
Exactly. Hit me again!
Well done, though. I mean, the one thing about animation is, like, you're just trying to do as little animation and as little work as possible, which is actually, you have no choice because the schedule is, the clock is ticking constantly.
That's right. Yep.
So when you can, like, cut to action having had happened.
Yep. Or that little, like, for example, that moment when the tooth and then the dentures come flying up off from the bottom of the screen. There's literally an entire character is off screen, and yet the funniest thing that could have been drawn.
Right, exactly.
Was that gag.
Also, yeah, it's just like the same. I think we did at one point. It's just like a little animation learning thing where you have a character at the top of the stairs, and you have a character at the top of the stairs. You have him fall down, but you cut away to expression to people watching him fall,
right.
And you hear all the sound, and that couldn't be more horrible than. There's nothing worse than the sound that happens when a person falls down the stairs.
Or funnier.
Then you cut to them. Yeah, exactly. Then you cut to the person at the bottom of the stairs having fallen.
That's right.
And you save 1,000 frames of animation.
Yes, and you've actually added to the sort of richness of your show because the audience is filling in a lot with their own mind.
Exactly, yeah. And that's what the whole like radio play of home movies was. Ernie, are you squeaking back there? We'll take a break after this. Let Ernie run around. But
we'll go shopping. How about that?
Is he allowed to run around the studio?
Yeah, he can, but he'll probably eat garbage everywhere.
Oh boy.
What do you think? I think.
Oh, that's right. This is when they
Brendon, what'd you buy?
shoplift.
Just something for my grandfather.
Walter, what are you doing?
Nothing. Shut up, Melissa. Go, Walter.
Shush.
Who needs to know?
That's a line. Talk about lines that stick in your head.
Oh yeah.
That one stayed in my head for a long time. Nobody needs to know.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got an electric bubble machine.
Yeah, you know those.
Yeah, everyone's got one. Everyone's shoplifted one of those in their day.
Totally relatable.
I gotta be honest, I don't remember the episodes that I didn't write as well
That's
as
all
the
right.
ones that I did write.
That's all
You know,
right.
this is a Bill Broadus episode.
Yep. That's all right.
But yeah. It's
Welcome to my world.
I know, yeah. I mean,
You just you're gonna have half of your brain is just like a guy watching TV.
I think most of my brain is a guy watching TV
Oh yeah.
and seeing some of this animation for the first time at the same time.
Yeah. Sam as Cho again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason.
So,
It's funny also now that we're both doing shows, or at least some of us are trying to do shows that
Right,
are
yeah.
11 minutes
Who are you?
instead of 22
Right,
minutes.
right.
It's kind of like the point we were making in the other commentary, where it's like 11 is the new 22.
Yeah, I know. It's tough. I mean, the thing is that, no matter how long the show is, you're going to overwrite it and you're going to over-record it.
Yep.
And you're going to have to find room to make it breathe and stuff like that.
Yep.
And this show feels like it's breathing. It doesn't feel like it's going too fast or too slow. It feels like there's a steady pace,
Yep.
you know, that I envy right now.
Yeah.
Working on, you know, in early stages of a new project that, you know.
You're feeling like it's going to be cramped. The new one's going to be cramped.
Yeah, it's just it's just finding cuts and making
Yeah.
sure you have room to have, like, you know, it's just, you know, the whole thing I'm trying to do is just be able to be chaotic and then be able to be silent and be able to be loud and be able to be quiet, you know, and just try to have a balance throughout the thing. That it's not going to be this. It's such a different style, you know. Not to make it not like this, but it can't be this, you know.
Yeah.
It simply cannot be.
Right, because you get like probably sued.
Because I would get sued, yeah.
Yeah,
if I did a
you
show
did that.
where I was the character named Brendon Small and I had red hair and
Yes.
blue pajamas.
Yeah. And it's called Death Clock.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
called Death Clock.
Yeah, I don't think you could do it.
No.
Yeah, that's a very stylized shot we're looking at
Right.
now.
Right. I'm having a weird headphones thing where it's flipping back and forth between my left and right ear,
Wow,
which is actually
kind of cool.
it's making me drunk.
You could have a seizure.
Yeah,
I
I
wonder
don't
why you're
care.
having. I'm not having that. I'm glad.
Maybe my ears are actually turning on and off.
Huh?
Who cares?
Huh?
All I know is I don't know what's going on right now in this show.
Yeah. Cho.
all my life.
Again, Sam Cedar,
Yep.
who is littered all around home movies. He's
He
one of
is.
those guys that you just always put in, and he,
Yep. Always funny.
yeah,
A great friend of our troupe and
the troupe of the movie's troupe, yeah,
the movie's troupe.
the actors troupe. But yeah, always
Yeah.
always does it.
Yeah.
Kinda-
John Benjamin,
yeah.
Sam Cedar doing comedy together since they were in college.
Yeah.
So they go way back.
Yeah.
Amy Lee,
That's Ernie squeaking.
Yeah, it's a nice little squeak.
Yeah, it's like a.
yeah, did it. Oh man.
Nice.
Yeah. Funny idea to have. Speaking of guests, it's very meta. You know, Brendon. We have guests on home movies to come in and kind of
Right.
join the cast for a little bit, and here Brendon is yet another example where the kids bring an outsider into their movies.
Right.
It is kind of funny.
Yeah. Oh, and
Dynamic.
also, just so you know, this guy plays Fenton. Sam Cedar plays Fenton, who's playing Cho.
Yes.
Perry, that's enough. No more.
Yeah. But another thing, just like as far as like why weren't there more guests or why were there less, we have. It's funny. Sometimes all your decisions that you make are budgetary. Like, I mean, I'm finding that right now. Like, just as like you can only do what your budget allows,
Yeah.
unless people work for free, and then
Yeah.
you'll get picketed from like whatever
Draft.
AFTRA or whatever.
Yeah. There's that, and also we were very lazy.
Yeah. I mean, then at some point, you know, too many characters, just putting in lines and stuff. And we didn't actually have to do that. I never felt like we were shoehorning people in
No.
to the show.
No.
The only time I felt like we had a writing assignment was when, which was a good one, was with They Might Be Giants. It was just kind of going like, oh, so we have two people. Let's put them in the show. How are we going to do that?
Yeah.
You know.
Right. That was more
Yeah.
conscious. Otherwise, it was
Never-
just calling
yeah.
up friends of ours.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's never like stunt casting going on where
Right.
we're going to put somebody in that, you know,
That's
some
right.
big voice.
Yeah,
just
it's
to,
Arnold Schwarzenegger playing himself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I have to fit him into
Which
the
I'm
whole
sure
movie.
is great for marketing, but at the end of the day, I don't really care about that stuff.
Yeah, I think that would kill
Actually,
your
I
cartoon.
completely take that back. I I do care about that stuff. But not about Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Metallica, yes.
Okay, if it's
Schwarzenegger,
awesome, if it's
not.
King Diamond or Metallica, then that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, and so that's a reference that I won't go into.
But the nice thing about home movies was that we didn't have to puncture the little bubble that we had.
To Adult Swim's credit and Khaki Jones is they didn't care either.
I would go so far as to say is they didn't want it.
Yes,
I think there are actually times we tried to drop a name like, well, we might be able to get, I don't know, Conan O'Brien or whatever, and she'd be like, nah, I don't think you should.
No, which is actually really great advice. And
yes.
That was super early days of Adult Swim where
and that's a Cartoon Network ethic too. I think even over the whole network that they're really driven by something other than celebrity. It's really not about that for them. I mean, they'll have a few projects probably, but I think this is funny.
Well,
but I think they really want it to be driven by the
I believe
people who want to make cartoons.
That's mostly true.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, I think at some point they're also smart. No, you know what? I have nothing to say.
All right. Nothing to say about that.
No, I'm just I'm all over the map on that one, so I don't want to keep talking about it.
All right.
Not in a bad way.
Yeah, I understand. Well, things are changing too. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
Things are changing.
Show business is really stupid. I've got to find a way to not wish I were in it so badly.
Not wish you were in it so badly. You are in it.
I mean, I call this pretend show business.
Oh, yeah.
I always have.
Yeah.
Animation.
It feels like it, yeah.
Yeah. It's not real.
No.
This is a reality show.
That we're in.
Yeah. That someone's saying, oh, hey, people want to listen to you talk about commentaries, and there's a little lipstick-sized camera somewhere, and thousands of people are laughing at us.
Yeah.
And this show, that is the reality show, is about to get canceled.
It is also not a success.
That means that we're going to die.
Yes.
The reality show that is my life is going to get canceled.
Yes, when you hit a tree.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Probably had to get an exception form for that one.
Yeah.
Exception forms, by the way, are when you have anything mildly kind of racy or something, and then it has to go to the head of the network, and they have to sign a thing that says,
sign off.
Yeah, you can show McGurk's butt.
Can we please show? Can we show McGurk throwing up?
Yeah.
Can we say?
Yeah.
Can we say Jesus?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just little things. But home movies was never about doing anything because we knew, they're kids and they're not going to say too much stuff.
Yeah, we never. I think we just we went our own natural route and just did whatever we tried to do was probably something that came up organically.
Right.
You joked around that you killed yourself.
No, I didn't. I didn't kill myself.
Just kidding.